everyone, it's Amy and welcome back to the new Build Your Stash and Craft. Today we are going to make colored bobby pins and bobby pin dangles. So these are just something that is fun and easy and very cheap to make. So what we do first is we just take our bobby pins. Now these bobby pins in themselves, this coppery color, I really like this color. So you can make dangles just on the bobby pins without even coloring them at all. But I don't really care for the black ones, and I don't really care even like the grayish color ones. I just think these copper ones are very pretty. And so I use these a lot just like they are because I like the color. But in order to change the color, it's really simple. I use nail polish. And so I'm just going to show you, the first thing that I do is I line them up on a piece of paper, and then I paint them with nail polish. Now, the one thing that I just wanted to kind of remember to tell you is after you paint them, then you just kind of want to like lift one side. I usually lift the side that's got the part that sticks up on it, this side. Just kind of lift it up and just move it before it gets stuck down where you've got a really heavy layer of nail polish on both sides. So you want to just make sure that you lift up on it and just kind of move it a little bit. Like this one I painted here, and then I just kind of lifted it up like that. And usually, you know, I lift it up and move it off the paper a little bit. So I wanted to remember to tell you that, just so that in case I forgot as we were painting them. And then these are a little bit dark. So I'm going to show you how to lighten them up a bit. So here, I'll put them on here to see if you can see the colors or not. We've got pink, green, blue. And so they're just a little bit, you know, more fun. This one is a very, very light pink with some sparkle on top. And this is just the copper colored with sparkle on it, with no other nail polish, just the sparkle nail polish. So these are the colors that I've made, if you can see that, versus just, put it right here, the plain copper bobby pin. Oh, did I call them clothespins earlier? They're bobby pins. So anyways, and also then a way to use your clothespins from last week that I find is really nice, because I like to paint both sides. You can either paint one side and lay it down, and then when it's dry, turn it over and paint the other side. But if you take two of your clothespins and just kind of put them on an angle on each corner of your paper. Now this one's got a cut out of it just because that's the way it was, because I just used my scrap paper, but that will stand up. But here is one that is actually just a plain old square piece, but if you just put them at an angle, that will hold that up after you've painted it so that you can let it dry. That way you can do quite a few. You can do both sides at the same time, and then you can let them dry. So we'll get rid of that one. And then I'm going to set this one aside for now, and we'll go through that one in a minute. So I'm just going to take a little bit off of here so I have some to work with. And I do like to, once it starts getting quite, you know, full, then I usually just get a new piece of paper. I just use my scrap paper out of my bin, so not really wasting anything. And you can always use those for other things too. You can use those for little snippets. You know, they would work really good if you tear them up and use them, because there's a lot of color there and a lot of texture also. So I just grabbed nail polishes that I already had picked up for this project. And so the way that you do it is just take your nail polish. Let's do the pink one. And you just paint it right on there. And you want to make sure too that you kind of run up the side so that you get those edges. Now these can be used for dangles on journals, dangles on any of your projects. You know, you can use it instead of a paper clip to clip papers together. And you can also use them in your hair. So, because just a plain old bobby pin, I've never been able to make bobby pins totally disappear. I mean, I think that's why they make, that is why they make them hair color, so that, they're not that noticeable. But, if you make them nice and bright and noticeable, to me, then it's okay that they show. Because, really at that point, then you kind of want them to show. So you're just going to make sure that you get both sides. Make sure that you get that top, because that's the part that, see, no matter what you're using it for, you see that top. And then once you do get it all painted, you want to do one coat at a time and let them dry. We're just going to just grab a hold of that a little bit and just give it a bit of a sideways swoosh. And then I push it off the paper just a little bit also. That way there's that much less touching the paper and it's not close to the really heavy nail polish. Now, even though it's heavy right there, we really didn't use that much. But, did I put the lid back on? No, make sure you put your lids back on so you don't spill it. Just give it a shake. And the glitter type nail polish, that's really fun to put over any color. Just give it a little extra sparkle. And so we'll just do one more here. And then I'm going to show you, because I'm sure you've noticed, these are very dark. You don't even see the color that much, which sometimes that's what you want. You just want it to not be super bright in color. You just want that little hint of color there that's not kind of like in your face. So, but sometimes you want the color that you can see it. It's still not in your face, but, it's not super bright or anything. But you want it so that you can see the color more distinctly. So we want to make sure we get the top, get both sides. And then again, we want to just push it up and over a little bit. And then we're going to just take our clothespins, put them kind of on an angle, put that right there. Excuse me. So now these are the ones that I already had that were dry. So I'm going to show you now what they look like if you paint the, this bobby pin. Paint the bobby pin white first. Now this one, we'll put it between the blue and the green so you can see the color of the blue here, the green and the green here. Now, it doesn't look like it's showing up that well on camera, but it is lighter quite a bit here. You really see the green, where here you see a hint of green, and here you really see the blue, and here it's like a hint of blue, a very dark green and a very dark blue. And then over here we've got the pink, and you can really see the difference between the pink and the pink, and that is, the pink and the pink, and that is exactly the same nail polish as on here as on here. So that one right there I painted with, let me see what that was. That was acrylic paint. Just plain old, and I just grabbed this out of my art room because I don't have white acrylic in my stash. So this is just white, and it doesn't have to be gloss, but just white acrylic paint works really well. So the next one here is tempera paint. And it works okay. It works better than just leaving it without. But the tempera paint does not give you as much. It doesn't cover as well. When I bought the tempera paint, I was not a huge, I didn't really know exactly, how tempera paint works. And tempera paint is just a very different paint. I should do some studying on it and see about it, because I really don't quite get it, except I know we used tempera paint in school when I was a little kid. But so this is the tempera paint. It still does brighten up the colors a little bit, but not as well as the acrylic. And then this one was painted with white nail polish. And this one pretty much works as well as the white acrylic paint. So, you know, we've got the brightness of the colors. This is the paint and this is the nail polish. So they both work really well. If you have white tempera paint, I would suggest waiting until you can get some regular white paint. Well, it does still make it is still better. The pink you can see here versus the pink in the middle here is still much brighter. So it just doesn't work as well. And it doesn't cover or stick as well either. So, you know, so once you get them all painted and they're dry, now a lot of these have 2 coats. The whites do not have 2 coats. I only had time to just let the 1 coat dry. And then I wanted to go ahead and get the video done. So, so 2 coats just gives you a little bit more color and it's a little more solid. And like I said, I used to use these in my hair, painted of a color because I didn't like big barrettes, but the nice little bobby pins worked really nicely and just a little pop of color here or there. So once these are completely dry, then a lot of times I will just push them back down next to where they were and then put my second coat on and again lift them out of the way to let them dry. So, and even this one, you know, these really are not bad with just 1 coat. So we're going to take those off even because they look pretty good. We'll take them off and put them on here. And you can decide which one. I think when you put them in your hair, I think the rule is that the bumpy side goes down. I always thought the bumpy side went up. But when you're using it, whether it's in your hair or in your journal or whatever you're using it for, you know, you can just decide which way you want that to go. But, so then they're just, it's super easy to do things with them. Remember the little squares that we made and we had the leftover little bits? We can just, let's do the light blue one on a dark blue. And literally we can just take this and put it right in the middle. Just put it right on there. And squish this up. And there we go. That one's done. That's it. That's all you have to do. Isn't that kind of cute? I really like that. And then you can just go ahead and, like I said, stick it on. Now, these I'm doing more as like dangles or thing, you know, like for journals or whatever. But that looks really cute on there. And I do have a really thick cover here, so it works better if you put it on a thinner cover or putting it on a, well, even here, putting it on the spine or on one of the journal pages sticking out. But I just think that those are really cute. And how easy was that? You can use the same things. Do a pink one on a pink one. And you can use it as, kind of start at one end and just squinch it up there. I'm going to pull it out just a little bit so that I can glue this end with the glue stick. Just going to take a little glue stick and fold that over. Now, this is not like a perfect rolled rose or anything, but if you just give it a bit of a twist, like a light twist, don't like squish it down too much, just kind of give it a twist every so often. And it winds up looking like a flower on the end of your bobby pin. So then I'm going to put a little bit of glue on there. And just put that on there. And so there we go. And you can kind of fluff it up and move it around a bit and do whatever you want to it. But that looks like a cute little rose on the end of the bobby pin. And again, you can just put that on there just like that. It's cute. And I just like the way these turn out. And so, you know, really, the sky is the limit. Here's one that I put some of our lay flowers on that we used to make our dragonflies, and I just used some of our wire and one of our beads that also came on the lay, and just put that on his spine. But, you know, I'm just putting them here so you can see what they look like. But you can also put them in your hair, which I'm not going to show you because I haven't even, well, no, I did comb my hair this morning, but I haven't wet it down and my cowlicks are everywhere. I just got it cut really short so that, well, not super, super short. Well, for me, short. And so here's one that I did like that too. But I got it cut short for when I can't comb it very well, since I'm right-handed and my surgery's on my right shoulder. But, well, actually, by the time you see this, the surgery will have been done. So that's awesome. And make sure that I shut this up. So I'm just going to kind of put some of these out here. I want to just do one more with a dangle on it. I don't know why I took those away. But yeah, so we've got all of these different types that you can do. Here's another little rose that I did. And I want to just do the little dangle because that's super simple too. And you just slide it right on there. You can even, we did the little dot paintings. Just take the little dot painting. I just cut it out and then I just used a plain black ballpoint pen and just went around it, just kind of a little bit messy. And you can just take that, and I wouldn't use stick glue, but I'm gonna right now, just because I don't know that no, I do have some tacky glue here. I don't think the stick glue would hold that paper at all. Just take a little bit. Put a little dot right there on the flat side. And just glue the flower to there. Now this is one I wouldn't put in my hair because it's just a paper flower. But it would look really cute just sticking out the side of a journal or something. And so we'll just really quick make a dangle. We've got our really thin wire from the Dollar Tree, which, if I can figure out where the end is. Well, I think I wrapped it all around. There we go. All right, so we're just going to take a piece of this and we'll need our little round pliers. And we use, these ones have a wire cutter on them, so we'll just cut that. Now I just peel off the red plastic. It comes off so easy. And then just take your end and just roll it up. And I'm just rolling it up quite a few times, and then I'm going to squish it. And I'm doing that so that it's bigger, so it won't come through the hole in my bead. You can also just put a little tiny roll in it and put one of the seed beads that we had from our bead spinner. You can put one of those on there. So I've just kind of rolled that up a little bit, if you can see that. And then just see what I do with the beads. Just take one of our beads and put it on there. What else do I have? Do I have any more? Well, I don't really have any different beads in here right now. Okay, I'm just going to grab a few of these. With this one, I did one of our beads from the lay, one of our wooden beads, and one of the lay beads. But I'm just going to, because this is all I have right here, just going to take these. Oh, wait a minute. I have our bead spinner beads right here. Oh, and when I showed you how to make the bead spinner, and I was trying to collect the beads, I believe that you go, I was going one way, and I think I was going backwards. So, like I said, I had said if you watch other people, like, use the bead spinner, there are lots of videos out there on how to use it. So, they will teach you much better than I did, because I think I was telling you to hold the needle the wrong way. Yeah. We'll just put a regular one and then a little one. Back and forth until we get, just do 3. So see, that's going to be a really cute little dangle. And then I'm just going to roll that up so that I can feed it onto right onto the bobby pin. I might be rolling it too small, actually. We'll find out. Not sure that a bobby pin's going to fit through there. Let's see, that's blue, so we'll take... Oh, I didn't do both sides of those yet. We'll just take this one. Oh, it did fit just. There we go. And then I'm going to take my regular pliers and just give it a little bit of a squish. So now we have a dangle. There we go. That we can dangle on. Where's my... And this one, because, you know, the beads are regular hard beads, you could put this one in your hair too. But you can also use it like as a dangle on the side of a journal, or stick it out. Boy, that one's really tight on there. Oh, I think it's probably still sticky. Try and find some blank pages here. There. Maybe let it stick out even a little bit farther so that it's out here. And let it dangle there. Now I've squished my little round bit. That was awfully small, so it doesn't dangle as loosely as this one. So, because this one really dangles loosely, and that one's a little bit tight on the paper clip. But either way, they still look cute. And I will just loosen this one up so that it moves like this, because you want them to move. You don't want it to really be stiff. So I think that that is all of them that I have done so far. But, you know, really the options are just endless. You know, I mean, these are scrap papers that you would have thrown away off of our coffee filters when we cut them to squares. We've got these really cute little roses. And then we've got our lei, which again, this one is nice and dangly. And our beaded ones, which are really fun to hang off the edge, and even just a plain old paper flower that would look really cute on one of your projects. And you can use them as like little bookmarks or whatever you'd want to use them for. But I just think that they're cute, they're fun, they're easy. And being that we already have a lot of nail polish, we have the wire. The only thing we had to buy was $1.25 for the bobby pins. And look at, you know, there's 90 of them. They will go a really long way. So there's a lot of things you can try out with them. So thank you very much for stopping by. I really do appreciate each and every one of you. If you have crafty friends, let them know about my channel. And thanks again for stopping by. I hope that you all have an outstanding day. Bye-bye.